Black is where the light goes to die, or more accurately, where it gets physically absorbed. This is opposed to white, where light is fully reflected. This is why black holes are, well, black. The hyperdense gravity prevents any light from escaping. In physics, there is a concept known as the black body, which is a physical object that absorbs all electromagnetic radiation, including all forms of visible light. If you've ever sat on a black object on a hot summer day, you'll probably have felt a mild yet painful burning sensation. This is because black absorbs light energy, visible and non-visible, and converts it into heat energy. Black is a color that isn't really a color. This might sound like an oxymoron, but it really isn't. Black, along with white and all shades of gray in between, lacks colorfulness. Colorfulness, by definition, absconds black, white, and gray, using it only for tints, tones, and shades, to add to true colors such as red, blue, and green. In nature, there's a concept known as melanism, whereby a large amount of melanin produces very dark, almost black pigments that absorb light. This can be seen from animals as cool as the black panther leopards to as lame as nearly every black squirrel I've encountered in Toronto. Humans are an outlier when it comes to the animal world's perception of the outside world. Many animals prefer to rely on sounds, touch, smell, and other forms of perception, but humans prefer sight. Our sense of smell is pretty terrible compared to dogs, wolves, and most other mammals for that matter. But primates, such as humans, are the exceptions, as monkeys and apes are diurnal, awake during the day. And during the day, there is more visible light. After all, early primates lived in the trees, where depth perception and color were paramount to navigating throughout the arboreal world, evading predators, and finding vibrant, colored fruit. For a visually oriented diurnal species like Homo sapiens, the color black understandably elicits fear of the unknown. If the reflection of light in the form of color, white, helps us understand the world, then the color black prevents us from doing so. And in a world of predators lurking throughout the dark bushes and beyond our eyesight, early man felt fear, dread, and even death in black. This is probably why black and white has been seen as one of the first dualities, a duality of the light and the dark that would eventually morph into good versus evil. A simplistic dualism for sure, but a powerful one nonetheless. After all, when you die, whether it's while hunting woolly mammoths or in the comfort of your sleep, it is, as far as we know for sure, lights out. Black has come to symbolize not only the darkness, but also death. Hence, the clothes of black we wear during funerals, as well as the cloth of the Grim Reaper. And to this day, it is the color of funerals across many cultures around the world. The near universal association of black with all things pessimistic is not a surprise. The universal association with black for all things pessimistic, at the end of the day, relates to the darkness. In nearly every human language, with the words to refer to colors, the words for black and white are the first to exist. There is no known language which there is a word for orange or pink, but no words that refer to black and white. The duality of these two non-colors is universal. In the English language, the word black has been used to refer to a variety of negatively associated people, events, objects, and ideas. Black magic and the dark arts refer to supernatural powers used for evil. In most human cultures, harm is considered to be bad, and as a result, the dark shadows in which you can get mauled by a saber-toothed cat would be exemplified by the color black. Therefore, the color black, which absorbs light, is seen as being evil. Before the Enlightenment, which by the way refers to light and white, when this could be explained with reason, black magic, demons, and the odious creatures of the dark were used to refer to malevolence, misfortune, and oftentimes just all around, well, bad things. The ancient Egyptians associated black with the god Anubis, with the body of a man and the head of a jackal, decked out in black, as he was the god of death, mummification, and burial. After all, jackals were seen near grave sites where dead people were buried. The ancient Egyptians and various other peoples, especially those south of the Saharan desert, referred to this heavy black wood called ebony, oftentimes used for funeral rites and rituals. Our modern world has removed most of the demons, but not the darkness or the black color. We see this in our terminology. Black September refers to a war between the Kingdom of Jordan and the Palestinian Liberation Organization. Black Saturday refers to a number of terrible events from the height of the Cuban Missile Crisis to the 2009 bushfires in Australia. Black Tuesday refers to the Wall Street crash that caused the Great Recession. Nearly all of these events refer to something negative. However, there is a Black Friday, a day that refers to supposedly the positive developments of the day after Thanksgiving and the beginning of the Christmas season. There is no scholarly consensus as to why Black Friday is considered black. Perhaps it has to do with the sales turning from negative to positive, red to black, which would symbolize profits. And this would be one of the rare cases of it being used in a positive sense, but even this is debatable. And this doesn't negate the fact that there are plenty of other references to Black Fridays, from tornadoes that struck Edmonton, Alberta, to bomb plots in Mumbai in India. The association with black has almost always been negative. Even black cats are symbols of bad luck. Now obviously there is some excess pattern recognition that's going on, that everything black is bad, and sometimes this excessive use of pattern recognition has turned very ugly, particularly when it comes to racism. On top of that, blackberries are black and they're not evil, they don't want to harm you, they just want to be tasty on desserts. However, its negative reputation has garnered a counterculture reputation that has been seen as fairly positive. This can be seen through, say, Metallica's Black Album, in reference to the Beatles' White Album. Black metal refers to a subculture that predominantly wears black and screeches a lot and is seen as being cool by some people in Scandinavia, although not myself. If you meet someone who only wears black, they are either A, a cringy Western goth kid, or B, a Muslim woman living under an Islamic theocracy who has no choice. So, the context always matters. The color black's utility deserves a video in and of itself. The intense contrast with white makes it excellent for ink, and even the text for a YouTube video thumbnail. The easiest text to read and write on is, well, white text with a black outline, and vice versa. From coal burnt to embers, black was frequently used for the practical use of writing to rituals used on Ash Wednesday. The contrast of black and white, and any color for that matter, is also responsible for some of the most stunning cosmological photographs. Black may not be as impressive as the center show, but it makes all the other colors look so much more spectacular. Black is a color that arguably isn't a color, but it exposes so much of the human psyche, more so than arguably any of the real colors. And for that reason, black is pretty badass.